de YouTube. Ale, you are muted.
Send me back to the room because my internet failed.
Oh, let me see if I can do it. Let me see. Ali, I think it's to go out and back again. I'm sorry. Hello, YouTube. I am Ana, your host today. Today we're going to talk about moving to another country. Então, hoje a gente vai conversar sobre se mudar para outro país. With me, I have Angélica, Márcio, Wausen, and Daphne. So let's start in the same way that we always do. Vamos começar do mesmo jeito que a gente sempre faz with the presentation. Wausen, say me who you are.
Good morning. My name is Wausen. I'm 49 years old. I live in Pitangui, Minas Gerais. I'm a full stack developer. I'm married, have a daughter, I have a cat, and I like spend my free time watching movies and watching football on TV. I love to go to the gym, make a physical exercise, and in the weekend, I like to sleep too.
Very good. The long presentation, Wausen. Congrats. Márcio, it's your turn. Present yourself.
Okay. I'm Márcio. I am 53 years old. I live here in Guarulhos, São Paulo, near of the airport. I work with IT and area support. Nowadays, I work at home. That's it.
What do you like to do in your free time?
I like to go to movies, and in the week I go to the gym too.
Very nice, very nice. Angélica.
Hi, I'm Angélica. I'm a cat person. I have 5 cats. I'm 20 years old and I live in Japuí, Rio de Janeiro. In my free time, I like to read as a Robin. I like to watch movies, series. I don't like series. Series. I'm a engineer, software engineer, and that's it.
Very
It's all
nice.
that I can remember now.
It's perfect. Perfeito. Last but not least, Daphne.
So my name is Daphne. I'm 27 years old. I study psychology. I live in Amsterdam. I'm married. I don't have children. I like to spend my free time with my family, to talk with my friends, to go, get out to know new restaurants, and to have a good experience to travel in the world.
Very nice, very nice. So I will present myself for who don't know me. I am Ana, 28 years old, living in Juiz de Fora, Minas Gerais, a physiotherapist. I am a PhD student. In November, I will do my PhD sandwich. I don't know if it's correct, doutorado sanduíche, in Toronto, Canada. I will spend 10 months there. In my free time, I like to watch series, to hang out with my friends, my favorite food is Japanese food. I am a host here for more than 3 years, long time ago, in the beginning of the pandemic. And now I am starting this new kind of immersion, beginner's immersion. Eu sou facilitadora aqui há mais de 3 anos, mas agora que eu estou começando esse novo formato de imersão para iniciantes. Então, às vezes eu vou empolgar e vou direto no inglês, aí vocês me param, tá, gente? Para a gente ter um pouco de calma. Okay, let's start the conversation with the question number 2. To Márcio, have you ever planned to live abroad? if you know, imagine a place that you would like to live.
I never planned to live abroad, but I can imagine a
Yes,
city.
okay.
Uh,
Which city do you plan in your imagination?
in my more imagination, I believe that I think this is a door of the Europe is London.
Very nice. London, okay. Amazing. Amazing. Very good. Daphne, you already live abroad. So tell me, how do you decided to live abroad? How it started?
Yes, I already live outside, but always my dream is to live abroad since I was teenager. And I imagine it to be easier to live abroad. But when I arrived here, I realized that the Brazilian have a reputation for being messy,
Oh,
and others that look at you like messy and preconceptions.
prejudice. Yeah.
Yeah, but
On it.
other
I
it.
didn't catch that.
I
Could you
sorry.
try again?
No worries.
My city. Okay, but it has been a good experience to live abroad because you have the opportunity to live in many things that in Brazil it's not possible to live.
Yeah. How long are you living there?
10 years.
10 years.
Yes.
Oh my God. It's a long time. Long time. Yeah. You say that you are studying psychologist or you are a psychologist?
I study.
Okay. So you are studying in a university there or here in Brazil and making the transition?
Yes, in Brazil.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Very nice. Very nice. Wow, Zen, have you ever planned to live abroad? Já pensou em viver fora do país?
I never thought to live in another culture, but using my imagination, I would live in London, England, or Oslo in Norway, or Helsinki in Finland.
Very good. Very good. So seems that you want to go to you. Yes. Very nice. And you, Angelica, have you ever planned to live abroad?
I always think about living abroad. A country I would like to go to is Vienna, Austria. Because Austria, it's a country. Vienna, it's a city. How can I say me falta coragem? I like courage. I don't know.
Courage. Yeah.
I
miss
like it. I
lack of
mean,
courage. Yeah, courage. Yeah.
I like courage and determination
Yes.
to plan this
Yeah.
action. Leaving your comfort zone takes very so much effort. It's
Yes.
difficult to take off of the paper and make this real in reality.
Yeah. But I think when you planned to live abroad and put it in a paper, I think it's more than just a plan. You are like writing, like going to your goal. Então, quando você coloca ali no papel, parece que você está mais do que só sonhando com aquilo. I have never planned like to put in a paper. But when I started the PhD here in Brazil, I started to think about this opportunity because my research team they are from Toronto, Canadá, so I have some contact with them. Então, quando eu entrei, eu comecei a pensar mais firme sobre isso, né? Porque tinha esse pessoal da pesquisa que era do Canadá, eu tinha contato com eles. But it was like just something in my imagination. One day, maybe, who knows, if I have the opportunity to make this PhD sandwich, okay. So in the end of the last year, in December 26, I remember exactly the day. My advisor sent me an email saying, oh, now we have an opportunity to a student do the PhD sandwich. What do you think about? Spend these holidays, então passe esses dias ali de final de ano, just to think about and talk with your family and see what do you think about. So I started January. I remember the day. It's January 30. And we have a conversation and we start planning that I will make this. And it's really amazing, really amazing. Yeah, go ahead. Do you want to add something, Angelica?
No,
No, okay.
that's it.
Okay, so let's go. Daphne, can you share with us when you started to think about, no, I would like to leave Brazil and go to another country? Como começou assim a pensar sobre isso?
Sorry, say that again.
Yeah, sure. If you can share with us, você pode compartilhar com a gente when you started to think about to leave Brazil and start your life in another country. Quando e como que você começou a pensar em sair do Brasil e começar tudo de novo em outro país?
Okay. I had the dream to live in Brazil since I was teenager. And my husband got the opportunity to work in Luxembourg. And we sit down and we think a lot about it. And we put in the balance.
Yeah.
And we thought that it was a good opportunity to learn a new language, a new culture, and in Brazil the job is very hard. We need to work a lot, and sometimes the salary is not good, and in abroad could be different. And then we had decided to live in this experience.
Very good, very good. What's your husband's job?
He's administration about exportation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a job that most of the people do not work in Brazil. Então, umas coisas que dá para trabalhar fora, né? Uma área.
Yes.
Yes. Very nice, very nice. I think I have ever asked the question number 3, where do you want to move to? Let's go to the question number 4. Márcio, I know you are imagining that you would like to live in London. So why do you want to live there?
I need because first because the London, that's a city that I know. I visit sometime, and I believe that is a multicultural city because you can find Arabian, Asian, South America in the same country. But I know that is very expensive for you live in London, for example, because if the electricity, water, bills is very expensive than another country. But I did a course in LSA, the university in London, 1 week, and the atmosphere from the is very nice because it's very different
Yes.
than Brazil or another situation because the security sensation, I believe that this is the word, is very different. You can walk at night with your cell phone, for example. I don't have problem with this.
Yes, I totally agree. The feeling, então, o sentimento de que você está seguro naquele lugar, is totally.
It's very sad when you come back to, because I want that Brazil can arrive in this point of the, because I like Brazil too, but
Yeah.
I know that the São Paulo, for example, is very difficult for you use your cell phone in the street.
Yes, I agree. Angélica, I know that you are imagining to live in
Vienna, Austria, Vienna, Austria.
Yes, Austria. So why do you want to live there? Por que você pretende viver lá?
I like the people, the good weather, environment, the architecture, and because there is a song that I listened to when I was younger called "Vienna Waits for You" by Vinnie Joel. I like to make this song, and for this, my dream become to go to Vienna.
Very nice, very nice. And you, Wowzing? I think you don't have a specific place. So tell me, why do you want to go out to Brazil?
London, né? London.
London.
Like Marcio said, security is hard currency. In England, Libra, não sei como fala Libra em inglês, is hard currency, and in Europe, all countries is near one by one. England is near to France, is near to Italy, is near to Spain, and I will be visit all countries of train. I get a train in 2 hours. I will be in Paris, for example.
Yes.
By bus too.
It's very fantastic. It's awesome, and to because the idiom, because the English, to learn about English, and it.
Very nice, very nice. Very good. Yeah, I think Daphne, there is no way to answer this question because she said that she moved because her husband got an opportunity. So let's start with the next question that we have here. Did you plan to work in the same area that you work here in Brazil? So when you moved, were you studying, working? How was it? Yeah, Daphne, it's you.
Okay. It's number 7?
Yeah, the number 7, but I did some adaptation for you, because fiz algumas adaptações. Perguntei se quando você se mudou, você já pretendia trabalhar na mesma área que você trabalhava aqui no Brasil, mas eu não sei se você trabalhava, só estudava. How was it for you? Como foi isso?
So when we decided to move, my husband got a permit to work. And when you have determination job, your partner don't allow to work.
Oh,
And in this case, I didn't have the license to work. So I went to study the language like French, Dutch, and the curses that there was in the moment.
yes, yes. Oh, it's hard, this. You need to move, but you can't work. It's not
Exactly.
Oh, hard. But could you change this? Você já conseguiu mudar isso? Agora você pode trabalhar ou por enquanto só estudar?
Yes, now I changed it, but the jobs that are in the abroad is not easy. Like maid, like a maid to clean the houses or take care of kids. It's not easy job.
Yes, I totally got you. Yeah. Márcio, do you plan to work if you want to travel to live in London? Do you plan to work in the same area that you work here in Brazil?
I think about this question. I believe that you have a lot of challenges. It's another country, another culture, new colleagues, a new language. So I stay in my comfortable zone. I start in my same area.
Yes, very good. And you, Angelica, do you plan to work in the same area or do you want to change it?
As I'm a software engineer, I intend to continue working in the same area. The IT area makes this possible, you know.
Yeah. But do you know if it's necessary to validate your, I don't know how to say this in English, diploma? Você sabe se precisa validar o diploma nessa área do TI?
Depends on the country.
Interesting.
Canadian needs, for example, but in Germany, depends on the
In the country, yeah. Very nice. And you, Wowzen, in your dream, do you plan to work in the same area?
Yes, my work can be do off every place. I work with programming at home office. I can work at where I am, and then England and Japan. It's home office, no problem.
Yeah, very good. What's your area? Em que área que você trabalha mesmo? I forgot.
I'm a full stack developer. I'm working creating sites with WordPress.
Yes. This area, this technological area, it's hard for me to understand. What do you work with, guys? I'm sorry. Question number 6. What do you think is the most serious problem for you in your move to that place? Então, Wowzen, qual que é o que você acha que vai ser o problema mais sério para você em se mudar do Brasil?
My opinion is another culture, another idiom, another food food, different foods, and the principal, I think the principal problem is discrimination with Brazilian people in another countries. Is very is very
Mm,
is very very bad.
yes, yes, the prejudice. They think that, as Daphne said, they have. Eles olham pra gente com o olhar já achando alguma coisa, né? Yes, yes. And you, Daphne? So I think as you live abroad, what is the most serious problem that you face there?
I think it's the rental, because the rental in abroad is very expensive, and usually before you enter the house, you need to give 3 months of the rental, and you need to have a lot of money, and the host need to like you.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. Here in Brazil, we call it calção, né? Que no Brasil também
Calção.
tem uma coisa parecida. But in Brazil, you are thinking in reais. So, R$ 1.000, cheque calção, R$ 3.000. But when you live abroad, you need to think in dollars or euros or libras. Yes. So we need to exchange the money, and it becomes expensive and expensive. Yes. And the fact that you need to be accepted. In Brazil, we also have something like this, but not so serious. Yes. For you, Márcio, what would be the biggest problem?
Well, I believe for me, the family, so it's common for my family stay together in weekends, for example. But I know that in the world, the xenophobia is a problem for everyone. I know people that have a problem in Spain. I know a lot of people that have a problem with it in London too. I believe this is the big problem for you. And how Daphne talk about the price of the rent of the others bill is you need to think about this too, because I know some people that live in Portugal, and depend of your salary is very difficult. You live in Portugal too, because you have a lot of the tax for pay.
Yes.
And it's very expensive, the rent, for example, and for you eat them, it's very expensive sometimes.
Yes, yes. It's hard because when we think that we want to move, sometimes when you arrive, you do not have the conditions, the place to work, so you need to get your money in reais. Então, às vezes, você ainda não tem trabalho, as coisas. Então, você pega o dinheiro em reais and try to convert this to the money of the country. And sometimes it's very hard. For you, Angelica, what will be the biggest problem? Your microphone is off. Angélica, seu microfone está mudo.
Sorry.
Okay, no worries.
So I think it's about to get out the comfort zone. I'm afraid of going wrong. There is also fear of being a foreign and suffer discrimination. It's the first fear, the first fear of being suffer discrimination. and
Yes.
get out of the comfort zone. Another language, country, colleagues, people. It's too much, too much things to learn. Many things to learn. Many. It's many things to learn in a period time.
Yes, it's hard. Daphne, can you share with us how do you deal with this prejudice? Então, o pessoal está falando muito sobre essa questão da discriminação, about the prejudice. How do you deal with this? Como você lida com isso?
In vegan, it's not easy because our reputation is not good. They think the Brazil is the big farm and there are a lot of monk, and we don't know to speak well English. They think we are prostitution. Yes, especially in Portugal. So you need to be yourself and work our mind and to know who are you and to remember your roots and don't mind about other things, because if you go depression and you need to go back to Brazil, because it's not easy in beginning.
Yes. And do you think your husband also have this prejudice? Você acha que para o homem, no caso para o seu marido, também teve essas mesmas dificuldades about the prejudice?
Yes, especially in the work, because he had the Brazilian accent in English, and now he lost a lot of the accent. But when they realize we are Brazilian, they change the attitudes and they look at us like a Messi and he is Brazilian, he is dunk.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm so sorry about this. And I really don't know how we Brazilians, what we can do to change this. Realmente não sei o que a gente que é do Brasil pode fazer para mudar essa visão deles, né? I really don't know.
Yeah.
Well, Zen, what do you think we can to change what the impression that they have about us? O que você acha que a gente aqui no Brasil pode fazer para mudar essa impressão?
Is difficult because in another country the people think if we live in forest. I'm Brazil. Do you see in the game Street Fighter? The Brazilian fighter is a monster, a great monster. This is difficult. Yeah. It's difficult. Brazilian is a clown. A Daphne falou, né? Woman is prostitute and man is a monkey.
Oh,
it's complicated.
Yes. A long time ago, I got a friend. He's from Egypt. Eu fiz amigo que ele é do Egito. And I'm sorry. He asked me, Anna, do you walk on the street wearing a bikini? Ele perguntou se eu andava na rua de biquíni. Okay, when I am in the beach, okay, it's not a total problem, like with the up part of the bikini, and yeah, we are in the beach. I said, here in my city, we don't have a beach. So I do not walk. But when is with a hot weather? No, it's not about the weather, it's about the place. So we need to wear appropriate because of the place. So yeah, yeah. Let's go to the question number 7. What will think will be the most rewarding in your personal development to live abroad? Wowzing, the number 7. What do you think?
In my case, it will be the idiom, practice the idiom in all situations, and to me, will be this.
Yes, yes. For you, Márcio, what will be the most rewarding in your personal development?
In my case, I believe that if you stay alone, so far from my home, I believe that you need to create a independent. I believe that this is very important. When I travel the first time, I think about it because I was alone and have a Atlantic from the distance from the people that can help me, for example.
Yes, yes. I think for me, it's the hardest part. Do not have support from my family.
No.
And things.
You need to use the WhatsApp,
Yes.
not in Rouge.
Yeah. And for you, Daphne, what is the most rewarding in your personal development?
I think you became a stronger person because it's not easy to live afar from the family and deal with the prejudice, and you learn to be persistent, and you start to value more your country.
Yes. And Angelica, for you, what will be the most rewarding in personal development?
Immerse yourself in another country. Maybe. It's a different language. But it's learning another language. I look at the world through someone else's eyes. It's very beautiful. It's a reward. It's a personal reward. Reward.
Yes.
Sorry.
Reward. Yes, perfect. Perfect. Daphne, can you share with us how is this process of learning a new language in another country? Because I think you say that you live there from 10 years and you are still learning. But it's just a reflection, guys. Eu acho que se fosse para aprender outra língua em outro país, eu ia ficar, tipo, desesperada. Porque não tem ninguém para traduzir para mim o que a pessoa está falando. So, I think it's harder to learn when you are there, because no one will translate for you. How is it for you, Daphne? Como que você lida com isso?
Yes, in beginning it was very difficult, especially when I needed to go in the hospital and you need to talk in the doctor. It was very difficult, but in the time you develop your confidence and you increase your vocabulary, and you need to make a lot of mistakes. You need to overcome your fears, your shy, And you need to take a risk and to talk with stranger people. Yes, and after we can to talk like a nature civilization here.
Yes, that's very good, very good. Let's go to the question number 8 because we have few minutes. Angelica, what food will you miss most when you go to another country? The question number 8. Qual comida que você vai sentir mais falta?
Rice and feijão.
Beans.
Beans,
Right.
rice and beans. It's not common in other countries. If I did not eat rice and beans, it's like feel hungry.
Yes. I don't know what they eat in the country that you would like.
It's a food core, a core food, rice and beans to me.
Yes. Yeah, very nice, very nice. And you, Márcio, what food will you miss most?
I remember that I eaten a barbecue in the school, and it was hamburger and sausage. So definitely, weekend barbecue is I miss it because it's very different.
Yeah. And you, Daphne, what food do you miss most?
So the simple thing like French bread, requeijão, pizza, because the pizza here is very horrible. The coffee, the feijoada, farofa.
Oh my God, very nice, very nice. Welcome back, guys. Bem-vindos de volta. Now I would like to listen from Lilian, that is joining us for the second time. Lilian, o que você achou? Como foi a experiência?
I think good. But I don't termination this question.
Yes.
Finish the question.
Yes. It's not the purpose of this immersion to finish all the questions. Então, não é o propósito da imersão terminar todas as perguntas. Pelo contrário, the question is just to guide you. Então, as perguntas são só para te direcionar. It's not an interview that I want to listen for you. Então, não é uma entrevista que eu quero ouvir de você cada uma das perguntas, não. It's just for create an environment that you can talk. Então, é só para criar um ambiente ali de conversa, tá? Então, no, go ahead. Pode falar.
Eu novamente?
Não, eu perguntei se você queria complementar mais alguma coisa.
No, it's very good. I like these peoples. I think the different opinions is very good.
Ok, thank you so much. Espero que você volte mais vezes.
Yes.
More someone wants to share how was the experience, what was the difficult part, the easy part. Mais alguém quer compartilhar? O que foi difícil, fácil?
Eu queria dizer que eu gostei muito, principalmente do relato do Ricardo, que falou sobre uma experiência do Canadá e eu tinha vontade de ir. Agora eu estou voltando aos planos só por causa do seu relato, Ricardo.
Very
Adorei.
good.
Mais uma coisa positiva.
Sim, com certeza. Guys, now I will finish.